Alright, I'm almost ready. Give me a second to join it on other device. Alright, I'm almost ready. Give me a second to join it on other device. Alright, so then. Alright, so I like to begin with prayer. So we're going to begin. Slow motion. All right, so let us pray. Heavenly Father, we praise your name and bless you. We thank you, God, that we are alive and well. Thank you that we're in our right minds. Thank you for strength. Thank you, Lord, for all that you do for us on a daily basis. We invite you into yet again another section, another session. We ask, dear God, that learning will take place. We will have a productive time. Students will be able to focus as they need to. And I ask that whatever they learn, they will retain and not forget, especially when it comes to their exams. We are acknowledging you in all our ways. As your word said, you will direct our paths. We give you thanks in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, so good afternoon, everyone. I'll soon turn on my camera. All right, so I will be hosting today's session, Mrs. Patton, and we're looking at the topic of measurements. I don't remember how much of it you actually covered from grade 7 to 9, where it actually should have been covered. But we're gonna look at it. I'll try to do the revision. All right, so we're ready to go. So normally we end the meeting at 4 to see that we're at 39 at 4:10. Mr. Treasure Smith is working hard. All right, so we're gonna do some revision on measurements before we actually go into the CSEC questions as usual. All right, so you will tell me what you know and hopefully what you don't know, you will know. All right, so the first thing is area and perimeter. Can somebody read what is area for me?
Area is
Area
the
is
amount
the
of
amount of
space an
space an
object takes
object
up.
takes up.
All right, that's so that it was Anthony and Tevon. All right, thank you. So area is the amount of space an object takes up, and I can be more specific and say the amount of two-dimensional space that an object takes up. How would we find the area of a square?
Length times length.
All right, length times length, or we can say length times width, or we can say side by side. Same thing for A rectangle, right? Square, rectangle, same thing. How about the area of a circle?
Um,
Pi
Pi
r
r
square.
square.
yeah. In other words, pi times the diameter.
Go again for the last part.
In other words, pi times the diameter.
No,
No,
Teva.
no, sorry.
That's 2r. Remember when you square something, you multiply it by itself, right?
Yeah, I'm just remember.
All right. And the perimeter, it says the distance around an object. I prefer to say the distance around the border of an object because somebody interpret this circle as the perimeter of the square and it's not, because this is not the distance around the border of the rectangle. These lines right here are showing us the border of it. So that's what we mean by the distance around it, right? Not just any random around it, but around the boundary of the shape. All right, I know you guys know these things, basics, but just to keep it fresh in your mind. All right, so volume now. Did you guys do volume before?
Yes,
Yes,
miss.
miss.
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right, so we say volume is defined as the amount of space taken up by a three-dimensional object. And if it is a cuboid, which is a 3D object made up of squares and rectangles, if it's a cuboid as is shown on the screen, then it's length times width times height. I don't remember if I have it on the next slide. So for the volume of this object, and I believe that this is one of the formula that CSEC gives. For the volume of this object, you multiply the three lengths other, so it would be length times width times height. It's multiplication, so of course the order that you write the numbers doesn't matter. 5 times 3 is the same as 3 times 5, right? And if it's a cube, then we are talking about a shape where all the edges are the same length. So you can just say side by side by side, or the side cubed. Is that clear?
Yes,
Yes,
miss.
miss.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Wonderful. All right, don't be afraid to stop me if you're not getting something or if it wasn't clear. That's why we're here. All right, some things to recall. Recall if you have learned it before, and write down if you have not learned it before. These are popular questions or shapes that they ask questions on under the topic of measurement on the CSEC multiple choice paper, and even on paper 2 as well. All right, so the volume of a cylinder. So remember, volume is the amount of space something takes up, or the amount of three-dimensional space that something takes up. So we're not just talking about the outside surface, but everything from the inside, from the end, from the start to the end. So all of this here. How much water can hold in it, or how much, yeah, right? So if you look at this diagram, and if you should cut it at any point, you would get a circle. If you should cut it horizontally, no matter how many times you cut it, or if you cut it this direction, you're gonna get a circle. Cut it, you get another circle. Cut it, you get another circle. So pretty much the cylinder is made up of circles stockpiled on circles, stockpiled on circles. So then the volume of a cylinder is the area of the circle times the height of the cylinder, which is the same as pi r squared times height. And again, this is another formula that is on the CSEC paper. So you just need to know how to use it, or how and when to use it. Of course, once you see the shape, you'll know when to use it, right? So the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h. We already spoke about the circle. Area of the circle is pi r squared. What's the circumference of the circle? What's the formula for that?
2 pi r.
All right, so the circumference is 2 pi r, or
Pi times diameter.
wonderful, or pi times diameter. Because 2r is actually 1 diameter. 2 radii makes a diameter. Yes, radii is the plural of radius. So it's 2
Radii.
Yeah, radii. And then now we have the area of a trapezium, which is a quadrilateral, meaning it has 4 sides, but 2 of the sides are parallel. What do we mean by parallel?
They run in the same
Direction
direction.
but never meet.
Right, so they go in the same direction and almost will never meet. If you go further in math, you might find out that they meet way down. Higher maths order. All right. So generally, they identify that 2 lines are parallel by putting 2 arrows on them, as you can see on the screen here. And so the area of a trapezium is half times the sum of the 2 parallel sides times the height. Not just any height, but the perpendicular height. So if they give you the length inside like this, that would be the perpendicular height, or outside. If they put a length on the slant side, that is not the height that we're talking about for the formula. It must be the perpendicular height. Is that clear?
Yes, miss.
Right. So, if one person answer yes, I'm going to take it that.
Miss, we good, miss.
I know, I just
Just
want
try.
to make sure.
Come on here, back down the little stuff.
I have to make sure, right?
Yes, miss. Remember, we're kind of smart still. Somehow.
Talk to you.
Sure.
Sorry, sir. Sorry. So I am very sorry. Why did I do that? Right. As soon we
See the question? I don't know.
yeah, but
See the question?
the answer is not supposed to be on it until the next slide. The question is not the problem, oddly.
What is that? Mm-hmm.
All right. Slideshow from current slide, and then we share the screen again.
Yeah.
Feel bright today.
Somebody could have told me so the recording pausing. All right, back to that. You're seeing the screen again, right?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
All right, so we're starting at the year 2011. All right, good. All right, so a volunteer, a female volunteer. I love to hear that the males are part.
Miss 720.
No, I don't want the answer. I want somebody to read the question.
Oh,
Go ahead.
The diagram below shows a cylinder with
No, it's a
diameter
female.
6
Female.
centimeter and 820 centimeter.
The diagram below shows a cylinder with diameter 6 centimeter and a height 20 centimeter. The volume in centimeter cube of the cylinder is.
All right, so somebody just, let me see who was it. Blurt out the answer, like, I got this. So a while ago we said that the area of the cylinder is pi r squared h. So what is the answer to this question? And notice the answer options, they have pi. So that means they didn't actually use pi. They didn't use pi to work out the question. They kept the pi part of it.
Miss 180
180
pi.
pi.
All right, so I hear 180 pi, and the person that blurted out the answer in the beginning said 720 pi. Who is right?
Miss, I say A.
Miss the answer A
Because why? All right, so let's do it and see. So pi, the answer options of pi, so pi remains pi. Oh, I see why she got 720. Somebody want to say something? Somebody want to explain it?
No.
There's a female that's talking, but then it's like, but after she said miss, the voice just stopped.
All right, Miss, may I finish? Remember, say the full circle, the diameter is 6, but you want the radius, so you divide it by 2. So you're left back with 3. 3 is 9. So and you go times 9 times the 20, you go get 180 pi.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So you have to pay attention to that. You know, the person that blurted out 720 didn't realize that it was the diameter that was given. And for the volume, you need the radius, right? So as who just spoke?
Me.
Oh, Ashanti. As Ashanti just said, he would have to divide the diameter by 2 to get the radius. So 6 divided by 2 give us the 3. 3 squared 9, 9 times 20, 180 pi. So our answer is A. Congratulations to all the A people. Sounds like you're going for your A on the exam.
Sure.
Yeah, man, them on them way. All right. Number 33. How many kilograms are there in 1 ton?
C.
1,000.
There are C kilograms in 1 ton.
Miss
1,000.
10,000 D.
1,000. 1,000, yeah?
Miss said 10,000.
Anybody say 10,000 on a sense?
You're right, you see it. None whatsoever.
Self, man.
1,000.
All right, so it's 1,000, Ashanti. It's 1,000.
Oh no.
You guys are awful. So 1,000 kilograms makes a ton. Don't forget it after this. 1,000 kilograms makes a ton.
Not
Always
10,000.
never forget. So 1 ton. Scrap the writing. All right, so 1 ton is equal to 1,000 kilograms.
Stepping on the beat.
Writing right here. All right. Can I go on?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
Permission granted.
Come on then.
Okay, mother. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right. Another question. Question 34. The person who gave me permission a while ago, can you read it for me, please?
The distance around the edge of a circular pond is 88 meters.
Radius in meters is
Answer that.
whatever, we for draw it.
You raise your hand. I have to acknowledge the hand raisers. Yes, Ashanti?
The answer is 88 divided by pi.
All right,
Which
so
is C.
Ashanti says C, 88 divided by pi. Yes.
I'm a positive summary this time.
All right, go on through. Martin, what do you say? Your hand is raised.
Said the
Martin,
radius, so I think it would be D. D miss 88 divided by 2 pi.
88 divided by 2 pi. Yes,
Me say the
Miss, I
right
say
answer.
88 divided by something there. 2 pi.
all right.
Miss, I
My
say
answer
D as
the
well.
right answer.
All right, so Ashanti says 88 divided by pi, and Martin and Tevon and another voice that I didn't
Imani.
get. Imani said
Yes, miss.
divided by 2 pi. All right, so let us see the winner. I think the males are correct. All right, so so they asked for the radius, so we would use the radius formula. So
The
C,
circumference.
yeah, for the circumference. So the radius formula for circumference, we can either use 2 pi r or pi times
Pi
that.
diameter.
Right. So seeing that the question is talking about radius, then we'd use the radius 1. So that would be 2 pi r. Oh Lord. So 88, which is what we have, equals 2 pi r. And we want the radius, so we would divide both sides by
2 pi.
2 pi. We are sorry, Amanda.
Ashanti.
Ashanti, yes, Ashanti.
0 for 2. What you got now, you know?
The answer, as the male said, is D. Woo! So answer is D, 88 divided by 2 pi. Any questions?
Don't know what that is. Because that's crazy.
None whatsoever, miss.
None whatsoever. All
I
right.
have a question, but I don't know how to explain it.
Well, they don't- I can't get it out of your head, you know, so can you figure it out?
Is that one question though?
All right. So item 35 refers to,
See,
it refers to C.
You tell that.
Item 35 refers to the quadrilateral below. What kind of quadrilateral is it?
trapezium.
Easy.
Trapezium, miss.
Great. And the question says, what is the area of the quadrilateral? All right, so what are the lengths of the parallel sides?
12 and 8.
Oh, 8.
20.
And
12
what,
and 8.
right? And what is the height that we would use in this question?
3.
3 centimeters.
Wonderful, the 3
Meters.
perpendicular heights.
That would be 20. 10
Yes.
times 3.
So it's
30.
20.
D is the answer, miss.
At 30 centimeters square, the answer.
Yes, you guys are right. I was just
Yeah,
right.
me, I was right. I was right. Not we.
Go on.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, we'll get it.
Don't be so strong. Confidence is good though.
That me I said is a one question.
Especially
One
with
question.
confidence is very important. I think a lot of persons lose out on learning maths because they lack the confidence. So confidence.
Yeah. You want to teach them.
So half of 20, 10. 10 times 3, 30. So see your way out. Our answer is C. Any question?
Nice one.
Yeah, how you do that?
Who asked that? Who asked that?
That's crazy.
I lost. I don't know how to do this.
One, for starters, you can divide the shape in a 2. So you have a triangle and you have a rectangle. You can find the area for the triangle and then add it to the area of the rectangle. You have the easier way.
Me could try that now, miss. Me could try that now. we're gonna divide it in the triangle and the rectangle and try it. And see if we get the same thing.
Somebody want to write on the screen?
Is the same thing.
Somebody want to write on the screen and do it? Nobody wants to do it?
No,
we
So what?
or we
It's
don't.
me don't know if I write on the screen. You do it.
Oh wait, I have to edit the annotators. You know, you have the idle kids that mark up the screen.
Yeah. I
Like,
don't know.
Miss, that's why you know for enable it. That's why you write it.
but I want you guys to be involved.
Miss right one, miss.
Because somebody was suggesting to do it the other way. Even though we don't need it because we already have the formula for the trapezium. But somebody was suggesting that we divide the shape into two.
Yeah.
So rectangle and the triangle. Find the area of the rectangle. Then I only power that. Find the area of the triangle and then add it together.
Miss, but him never understand how you do this. To me, that tell him like one way we are learn from 7th grade.
So if him not understand the simple way, Angela, think
Him
about
a learn this from
the
7th grade.
other way
So
him gonna understand.
get this better.
Let me write the formula at the top so he will see. Right? Maybe this person was late and missed the revision part of it. All right.
Wanna just a jump on the man.
This is a trapezium. It has two parallel sides. So the formula is half a plus b times h. A and b refers to the two parallel sides. So as you look at this shape, you can see that the length 12 and the length 8, they are the two parallel sides. And then the height that they talk about is not the slant height, but the vertical perpendicular height. And can I look straight? Yeah, the upright height. So that's how we end up with half times 12 plus 8. So the 12 and 8 are the two parallel sides. If that doesn't stick, then do what Angel,
Angel, yeah.
divide it into two.
Yes, miss.
All right. Is it any clearer?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so moving on. Clear all drawings. All right.
The distance around it.
And here goes Oddly, and here I go. The beauty of Zoom upgrading to see the name of annotators. So it is right there. Huh?
It's supposed to somebody else name Oddly. I'll them use my name.
Is you Oddly. I don't have to ask. It's only one Oddly in the chat. I can move on. All right, so we're still on 2011, number 36. All right. Let me get some more co-hosts. Host, please assist me by admitting the students to the class. Thank you. Thank you all. All right, so number 36, can I have a female reader, please? Not Ashanti, somebody else.
AOB is a sector of a circle such that angle AOB equals 60 degrees and OB is r units long. The area of AOB is...
All right, thank you very much. I don't know who it was, but thank you.
Makeda.
Oh, Makeda. Thank you, Makeda. All right. So they have given us a slice of a circle, and they're asking for the area of that slice. Anybody can tell me the formula to find the area of the sector of a circle?
Miss, I know exactly how to tell it how to do it, miss. Yes, but you have the 60 over.
Your voice gone down as you're ready to actually say what you need for seminar area.
Alright. Miss, I divide the 60 by 360, I get 1 over 6 pi r square.
Okay, beautiful. Yes. So she don't know how to explain it, but she explained it. Thank you. So the area of a sector of a circle is the angle over 360 times, seeing that it's actually, the sector is actually a piece of the area, then it's actually times pi r squared.
Mr. Question.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, the reason the formula is pi r square for the entire circle, right? Is basically you would have 360 over 360 times pi r square. We make it irrelevant for right?
That works.
Okay.
What was the answer, miss?
So the answer, so seeing that the formula is the angle over 360 times pi r squared, and they have given us the angle of 60 degrees, it's gonna be 60 over 360 times pi r squared. And when we break that down, 0 cancels 0, 6 into 6, 1, 6 into 36, 6. So we end up with 1/6 pi r squared. And please look at the answer carefully, because notice they have an option with 1/6 pi r and one with 1/6 pi r square. You don't want to accidentally circle B, right? So just pay attention to the tricks.
Tips and tricks.
All right. So I am going to read this question, give you 1.5 minutes to think it through and see if anybody comes up with the answer. The area of a rectangle is 53.6 centimeters squared. If the length is multiplied by 4 and the width is halved, meaning you cut the width in half, the area would then be, all right, so I want you, you'll have to read it again in your mind. Think about it and attempt the question and tell me what you get.
So, Miss, them give the area and them ask for the area.
Read the question. Read it.
Miss A.
All right, so somebody say A so far.
If you want me to read it out loud.
Huh?
Never mind.
This easy when I exit it.
A substitution, something this. This I'm ready me.
This easy, Tevan. Soft.
I'm just looking while I'm.
Somebody say soft. All right.
Miss A.
All right, so my ear A. The tick is just to say that somebody else say A, all right? It's not to say that it's the answer, it's not the answer.
Miss A, the answer.
A, miss.
Somebody else beg to differ?
Maki didn't work out not me now. So that's the answer.
With A.
I worked it out, so don't bother with me, Hunter.
What? Wait. Anybody else with another answer? Or I'm not trying.
Sigh, miss, sigh.
Sigh. All right, so let's look at it. So the area of a rectangle is 53.6 centimeters. How do we find the area of a rectangle generally?
Length times width.
All right, so we're gonna say A equal length times width. which in this case is 53.6 centimeters squared. Then the question goes on to say, if the length is multiplied by 4, so it ends with what is the area, right? So they're asking for really and truly another area, the area of another shape or something of the sort. So it says, so let's call this area 2. That is a sub 2. I'll write it in. So if the length is multiplied by 4
4L times
and the width
W over 2.
All right, so let's write it that way. W. Let me get the pen. So we're calling this area 2 and that's area 1. So the width is half. So half W, which is the same as W over 2. The question says, what would the area of this new rectangle be? All right, so where do we go from here? We have area 2 equal 4L times W over 2. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
Miss, are we going to do 20 by 4 and then divide it by 2?
Cross whatever that's in there.
Listen, how we do, miss. It is divide that by.
Transpose.
Until me come out now.
So what would your transposition be for transposing?
Mr. I go multiply the 2 by the area, then divide the 4 by the answer.
All right, so he says transpose. So we'd actually be multiplying both sides by 2. So we end up with 2A equals 4L times W. Then what?
Divide it by the 4.
I said divide by 4. I assume it's both sides. This is what you meant by divide by 4, right?
Yes, miss.
All right, so now we have that cancel that. So over here, we would have the L times W.
You'd have half A over the so or A over 2.
All right, and we're gonna have A over 2.
Yeah, man. What?
So you're gonna divide 53.6 in a 2.
Come on, no. Area 2, them just transposing.
Ah,
Well,
boy.
Just
Stefan, I mean,
get the answer if you divide 53.6 in a 2.
Exactly, that's what I wonder. But anyways.
this is the longer way, miss. Now waste time.
I just wanted to see what's in the head, you know? All right.
Miss and again, Miss Vietnam, Miss a common sense, miss, because it's
But
the width
they
is
were
half.
actually
It could
close, you know,
never,
Miss.
it could
They
never
were
be
from
53
the
nor
answer.
more than it. It have to be less. Common sense.
Well, yeah, obviously. Well.
It could be that.
Yep.
Well.
Have to be here, could not else.
Well. If you multiply the length by 4, who to tell you say could it have to be that?
And I'm messaging you.
You know, understand the width is half. You know, here, halved.
Yeah, the width
That's
is
the key
half.
word. So it should be more.
But unless you know the exact value of the width, how you don't know that if the length get multiplied by 4, how you don't know say it have to be 20.
Me forget when I say miss, cause me know we keep on the brain gone, cause
I'm saying if the length is multiplied by 4,
But
yeah.
look at one
how
cost
you
over 1
100%
simple
sure
math.
say it I gotta be less than 53.6.
Because come
Unless
on,
you
that
know
would
the
have
value.
Alright, move on.
Man, shut up, dog.
Okay, gentlemen, let us rest the case. The answer is not A, all right? It's not A.
Exactly. My love chat, man, fool.
Fine. All right, but you know, you were on to something though.
Miss is either D or C.
Mighty God.
If
All
on
right.
A or C.
All
I feel
right.
like I did. May I stick with D?
Think I see.
Right, so me
On A
said
or
D.
C.
If a B, my probably will be B because the probably can reduce it. Well on. Let me
So
say
in
something.
other words, there's somebody saying
If
A,
on A
there's somebody
or
saying
C.
B, there's somebody saying C, there's somebody saying D. All right, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
eliminate. What couldn't be the answer?
Until
Which
you're
one would
done.
that be?
It could be A and
All
it could be D. B. It could be B.
It could be B.
Okay.
So it must C or D.
All right, so we're
D
doing.
are
Miss
my
Piano
answer.
A.
C is
And
my
Miss Piano
answer.
A.
All right, so those who say
And
C,
me
raise
alone this
your
a C.
Zoom hand. Those who say C, raise
Me
your
alone
Zoom
this a
hand.
C. Me alone.
Mr. can
Why
work
I
to
guess my
Ah, me alone this a C.
All right, so it's only two hands missing up for C. Those who said D, raise your Zoom hand. Put down your hand, Robert and Audley. So 4 people in our class. All right, so 2 say C and 2 say D.
Me no know none at all.
All right, so far what we have here is actually correct. So the area for the second, you can lower your hands now, is 4L times W over 2.
Oh, why do it the more long way? Why do it the more complicated way?
With this one. So this can be the same as 4L over 1. I'll make sure you know say I L this. Right? So we can cancel, we can break down this fraction. 2 into 2, 1. 2 into 4, 2. So now we have area equals 2L times W.
And L times W would equal 53.6. And then 2 times 53.6 gives you, okay. Yeah.
Right.
You man, mute your mic for a minute.
You're the man.
Right? So we end up with 2L times W. And of course, it's multiplication, it's associative. So we can actually have 2 times L times W or 2 times L times W. So we're going to choose to say 2 times L times W. And we know that length times width up here is already 53.6.
It can't be DSC.
So it's 2 times 53.6, which is C.
Knew it.
So hardly get it right. I don't talk.
Big man on top.
I call my name. One I call my name. Do not call my name. Do
No,
not
because
call
it's
my name.
superior dog with this.
Miss Robinson, you have to raise your hands.
The answer.
Voices are overpowering you. I'm so sorry. Do you still want to say something, Miss? Miss Robinson?
No. I was just well, what I was saying was that they were actually almost at the answer, even though they were going the long way. They
Yeah.
were almost to the answer. So if
Yeah.
they continued, they would have seen it.
I didn't want to confuse anybody with the long way. Right? But even though they thought they were getting 26.8. So
Get C, please. Again, because
all right, so let's go from the top. Let me erase this. All right. So area of a rectangle is length times width. And not only is it length times width, but they told us that the area of this rectangle is 53.6. So let me write that down. All right. Then now they say if the length is multiplied by 4, so the length is multiplied by 4, that's 4L. And the width is halved, so we're dividing the width by 2. So that's going to be W over 2. it says, what would the area be? So that means area is equal to 4 times L times 4L times W over 2. Are we clear so far, Martin?
Yes, miss. Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Then now we can say, all right, 4L over 1. So you can see that you can simplify this. So it's multiplication, so we can simply cancel with a common factor. So 2 can break this down, numerator with opposite denominator in this case. So 22 1, 24 2. So when that is simplified, we have 2L times W. And because everything right here is being multiplied, as you know, 2L means 2 times L, we can just use a bracket and separate the L times the W. And from up here, we have that L times W is 53.6. So that means the area would be 2 times 53.6. And that gives us an answer of 107.2, which is C. Any clearer?
Miss.
No.
Oh, yes, miss.
Miss, me get it, miss.
All
That's
right.
the reason why
Understand. If somebody don't understand, then I'm asking another student this time to explain rather than for me to explain. Because you know, sometimes you understand your classmate better. So
Miss I think what other I understand is that you put the 53.6 which by the L
times
times W there. That kinda confusing.
But remember, we have it at the top here, you know, area is the length times width, and they told us that the area of a rectangle is 53.6. So that's why at the top we have A equal L times W. And L times W would have given us the 53.6. So that's what we have up here. So we just substituted down here.
Okay.
Miss,
Yeah.
why you could have just timed the 53.6 times it by 4 and then divide it by 2 instead of fair work out the whole of that?
Yeah, something similar to that me do.
That me do
divide it first and then multiply it.
That's what I mean.
And you got the same answer?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
So what's the problem? So
Me ask why you do the long way if you could have just do the simple way.
I thought this was the simpler way.
There was a simple way the whole time.
So I don't like your carry on.
Remember that for mathematics though. Remember, I'm honestly, I'm very open to different ways. Mathematics is open to different ways of approaching problems, which will actually take you to the same solution. So because all of our brains are wired differently, I actually worked out this question another way, and that it was even longer than this way. So I was saying, okay, I'll go this way. But if you have a shorter way, there is no problem to it at all. It's maths.
Miss, so 53.6 is the original area.
Yes.
Miss, and then you multiply the length by 4.
Mm-hmm.
And alright, miss.
It's algebra we're doing, you know. All right, so we can move on. I hear a lot of noise on my phone. Can we move on?
Yes, miss.
Go through, miss. Go through.
Yes, miss, you can.
On to the simple way.
Clear all drawings. All right. And we already discussed these answers, so we can move on. Can you imagine we're still on 2011? My gosh. Number 37, somebody read.
The area of a triangle is 30 centimeters square and its base is 10 centimeter. What is the perpendicular height in centimeter of the triangle? The answer is A.
Here. All right, tell us how you got A for your answer.
You're gonna divide 10 by 2, A get 5, A still at 1 and 5 make 30.
Divide 30 by 5.
Fair. Good.
I can try.
Well, if you're a bit
Miss member it's a half base times I. The base wouldn't
Miss
be
Mem
5. 5 times what wouldn't get 30 wouldn't be 5 times 6 get 30. That would be the only eligible answer right there, so.
can write, Miss.
Yes, you can write. Wait, let me see if I enable it. Yes, you can write now. Yes, that is correct. Go ahead and write.
No, no, I got so much. So
Quiet.
He's actually showing the mathematical way of doing the question, where you substitute what you do know to find what you don't know.
Yeah.
Mhm. Beautiful. Thank you, Timon. So he wrote the formula and then he substituted what he was given and he solved the problem. And that gave us 6. Any question from anybody? As you
No,
know,
miss.
yes.
the quick ones that, and then you have some persons who are like, what just happened? Right? So nobody indicated the need for clarity. So let us move on.
Miss, well on, Miss, may I write off the bottom part?
There it is.
Miss, I can go.
All right. All right, just random inserts of reminders as it relates to conversion. If you're going from a small unit to a bigger unit, you divide. If you're going from a big unit to a smaller unit, you multiply. All right. And it's the same thing on this slide. How many centimeters make a meter?
100.
Good. All right.
Miss, I can put back that was just what
Yes. Tell me when I can move. Okay. Turn it on the mountain.
All right, miss.
Okay. All right, so number 32. Let me see. Can Asanya Murphy read for us?
The figure above, not drawn to scale, shows a sector of a circle, center O. The length of the minor arch PQ is 8 centimeters. What would be the length of the circumference of the circle?
Okay, thank you. What would be the length of the circumference of the circle? So they tell you that the length of the minor arc is 8. Can somebody mark on the screen and show me what the minor arc is? Garisha?
Miss PQ.
Yes. And show
Miss,
that.
as you can see, I can't really write good, but you understand what I did, mark.
I understand what you said. So Garisha said PQ, which is right, which is what is shown by Tevon. So that means, let me write it in. So that means the length of this part here is 8 centimeters. And the question says, seeing that this angle for the 8 centimeters is 60 degrees, what is the full circumference of the circle? What is the circumference of the circle? Any takers? Somebody tell me why are they can muting my.
Miss, well, for the sir.
So we're looking for the circumference of the circle. The circumference.
Okay. You might mute, miss.
I know. All right, Ashanti, you raise your hand, or was that from earlier?
No, just raise my.
Ice cream. All right, so the class is quiet. Nobody's talking.
Miss
I don't
B.
work with B.
Miss, we take a guess.
This is 48.
All
Miss,
right.
me I go with C.
Who said C?
Me I go with that. Me I guess that.
Hunter.
All right.
48.
Says C. Who else?
Me says C too.
All right. So Ashanti also says C. Anybody else? Anything else?
Miss, I'm going with C also.
Okay, that's another C, but I didn't see who said it.
Ashanti
Oh.
Wilkins.
Anthony,
Miss me say B.
Ashanti, and Ashanti,
Miss me say B.
and Audley said B. All right, so the people who are guessing C, could you tell me a reason why you feel inclined to say C?
Miss, I am
It
not
just look like
guessing, but Miss, you put the angle that you're given over 360, and then you divide it, and you get 1/6. So that would equal to the proportion where you get right there. So you need to find the rest of the, you need to find 5/6. So you need to find the rest. So in order to find the rest, you go times the 6 times the 8, and then you go get 48. And I say you're gonna know the full circle.
Wow.
Yes.
That was smart.
I wish Ashanti that. I wish Ashanti that.
Ashanti Burke.
The one way better than your own.
Ashanti Bird. Ashanti Bird.
Wow.
No, Ashanti, me a friend, me a best friend. Yeah.
Miss, that sound like a one in a match, miss.
You want to stay back by a year?
That sounds like a one.
Very good, Ashanti. Very good, very good. That is perfectly the answer. So you put the angle over 360. I don't even think I should say it again, but just for reiteration, We put the angle given over 360, simplify it, we get 1/6. And she said that means you want the remainder, which is 5/6. So you want the whole, so you just multiply 6 by 8. And the answer is 48. See, that was a perfect explanation. I couldn't say it any better.
It deserves a Grammy.
Stefan, you do too much now. You do too much.
Alright, so our answer is C48.
Come here now. D. Well done.
D.
Alright.
Sound like D.
We're at 33 now.
Yes, miss. Dog. Woof, woof.
Dog.
I like the vibes. Alright, so it's correct, right? It's a cube, and they tell you that the edge is 6, and know that the volume of a cube is the side by the side by the side. So it's 6 times 6 times 6,
which gives you 216.
216 centimeters.
Is checking so you have enough credit to make this call.
ID 4. Alright. Tell me when I can move on.
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
You'll be right.
So I can't listen to the responders sometimes.
You have enough credit to make this call. You don't sure you have enough credit. Okay. Can I move on now?
I'm waiting for the persons who said wait to tell me to move on.
Miss, you know, so when time I did work this up, I did stop after I get the 1/6 because me I say, what am I doing now?
Remember, Miss Guthrie.
Not done yet?
And as somebody pointed out, to get the direct answer, we could have done 360 over 60. That's over here, it's not an X. Times 8. That would still give us 6 times 8, which is 48. All right, can we move on?
Yes, miss.
Bien.
We're ending at 5:30. Oh, the timetable that I saw on the CSEC website says that your exam, mathematics, is on May 12th. So it's just a reminder to let you know that you don't have a lot of time.
May?
Both
Then
papers.
more stab whoever wants here.
That is final, that's the final timetable?
Yes, Angelia.
It's the 12 hours. Not me say nothing.
So I just want you to know that February is finished pretty much. So we have March, April,
2 months.
for the exam. All right, 2 months.
All right.
Not done SBA yet. I'm kind of dark.
I know Mr. Chung can give me my SBA.
Miss
All right, next
Robinson.
question.
Miss Robinson.
Students, do not call me. Thank you very much. All right,
B.
2012, finally.
B.
So like to run. So, who is that?
B.
You sure, Hunter?
Come on, kick him down, man. Don't commit murder. Forward.
Head forward, right?
B, Miss B.
Anybody have a different answer?
2.5. B.
All right, so it's 2.5. 1,000 millimeters a meter. So we divide by 1,000 and we would get the 2.5. Number 35.
Come up my side. Come up. Guess.
Tom leaves town P at whatever hours.
600 hours.
And drives to town Q, which is 595 kilometers away. He drives in town Q at what is 1,300 hours the same day. Tom's average speed was, I don't know.
Him go fast.
Flash.
You go with me. So I guess see.
What
Wait, let me look on it, miss.
Me not work it out in the miss. Me just a say. Me not work it out now. Me just a say that.
What you say is a guess?
Me see.
C. Whoa.
Wait, let me work it out, miss.
All right.
It's a C, miss.
C?
Yes.
If I see you, me I got it. If I see you, me I got it.
See, because from 6 o'clock to 1 o'clock, that about 7 hours. Then I go divide the kilometer them.
I'm not for the year. I'm not for there.
Harvard. Too bad for this.
Harvard.
You guys are the best. Answer one question and nothing there.
Guess.
Speed is distance divided by time, and as who was it Ashanti?
Me cards.
Changing time.
Angela?
Angela.
600.
First, it would be 1,300 minus 600. That would give us 7 hours. And see that speed is distance over time. It would be 595 divided by 7, which happens to be the guess of so and so, which is C, 85 kilometers.
Yes, man of the day.
Stop getting the box.
Man of the year.
Man too big for this.
Where
Man
should
of the year.
the Harvard? All right. Enough for that year. Okay.
No for there.
All right, so tell me when I can move on. I'm asking permission to move on.
What was that, miss?
I'm requesting permission to move on.
Permission granted.
Not yet.
All right, somebody say no yet. All right, so now I'm renewing the request for permission to move on.
Yes, miss. Yes.
All right, so I don't hear any objection, so we can move
You
on.
want a stamp to miss?
Sure.
Wait. Hold on, miss. The last thing I did, I'm there for do something a while ago, so.
See a stamp them, miss.
Let's see, Tavon.
Go on and you it. The 7, how you get the 7 hours? Right, that's it.
1300 minus 600.
100 minus
Yeah.
1,300,
That will
bro.
give us 7.
Equals 7.
Oh, okay.
Clear, we can move on now. Tevon already gave me stamp of approval.
Yes, it can move on.
All right. Right. Question 37, a nice little question. 50 guests were each served 2 glasses of champagne. Each glass held 150 milliliters. How many liters of champagne were served? All right, let's see how long you take to come up with the answer. Question 37, a nice little question.
A.
All right, so somebody says
Yes, Lua.
Answer.
everybody say A?
What you say?
Yes,
A?
miss.
Miss
Say something there, no, miss.
Me say C, miss.
1, 2, 3.
Somebody who says C?
No, me say B.
Miss say B, miss.
Me say B, miss.
Terry said
Me
B.
say C.
Me say B.
Miss B.
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 Until you dance.
It's 2 times the 50 divided to 150.
Oh no.
Oh, yes, slowy.
Una tak bo. Kami na una tak bo. Na mini bahasa na
Answer never say A.
Yeah, the answer.
Miss,
Yo,
I'm gonna go
you
with
literally
B.
just convert 150 milliliters
Kimani.
in a liters.
Asal kini
Like.
bahasa
You read the
And take us
question,
to
guy?
the man leave now.
You read the question?
Young people.
Okay.
Hey, when I allow him, you know. When I allow him.
All right.
But him not allow we.
All of this.
1.5. B.
I hear a lot of B. Let us see.
I'm not sorry say I be the answer still, but in case of anything.
Hey, the man done.
All right, so 50 guests were served 2 glasses of champagne. So that means in total,
100 glasses.
100 glasses of champagne were served.
Mm-hmm.
Each glass held 150 milliliters.
So times 150 milliliters.
Times 100.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives us 15,000. 15,000 milliliters.
But you have to go from
Better.
milliliter to liter.
All right. Somebody look wrong.
No, I missed it. Moment, dog. John. John. The man right.
Yeah,
Big
man.
man hunter.
Come on. Karma.
Oh,
I'm not madam, I miscalculate thing. I put 1,500 instead of
And
50.
you know, say as Kimani B, everybody just say a B. Them
And
never
that's
even
it.
try.
Come on, whiskey
At the
man.
same time, Unterang cause I see the
Just say
answer.
a B. One
No. Oh, I
say
see.
a B.
Brother,
Just look.
A.
What you
Brother,
mean?
I hear the
Oh, I
answer.
see.
From milliliters to liters.
I see the answer. That's a man say something.
All right, sorry. Because I can't understand how we have 15,000 milliliter on the screen and people still accept B are the answer. 1,000 milliliter make a liter. So we're dividing by 1,000. Where are we going to end up?
At 15.
Exactly.
15.
We still hold on for B.
I see the answer.
So in the long run, both Hunter and Kimani were wrong.
Exactly.
So long on everybody there wrong.
C. I heard one person say C.
Miss.
One person. All right. All right, so the solution will be written properly on the next slide. Let's look at 38.
B.
Following not drawn to scale has an area of 1.
B.
You
Okay.
the man to the youth, brother.
Everybody agrees with that? That the answer is B?
Well, and
Yes, please
Come,
read.
come, Kevin. It can't be nothing else.
yes,
Cannot be nothing else.
Can't be nothing else. Yeah.
A out, C out, and D out.
Yeah.
All right, so it's indeed B,
B.
because 3 and 4 give us the parallel sides. Can be the 5 over 2 because that's a slant side. And then now we have the 5 that gives us the vertical height. So that would give us the half times 3 plus 4 times 5. So our answer B.
Sometimes I forget the autograph from me, dog.
One, two, no.
I'm not.
All right, so there was the solution.
I said that I like with CSEC. Look for 37, look for A, and just put A. Look what the answer them put for A. And then no, we're going to put it in there. You think them easy?
Bala. Let me tell you, I 1,500, I put on my multiply 150 times 100. That's how I made the mistake. So by theory, I was correct, but I just I got
I
mistake.
got no bed.
It's not physics. So stop talk about theory and physics.
By theory, you must read the question carefully.
I don't know, but just calculate 150 times 100.
You all right, we can move on.
About 1,000 as the answer
Yes.
start. Hey.
Yes, miss.
All right, moving on. Item 39 refers to the diagram below.
Miss.
Somebody shouted the answer a while ago.
Why them use your calculator? I need to get up to speed.
Oh, remember that you're not supposed to use calculator for the multiple choice, right? Cheating. Like you just can't cheat me.
That means that half of them I would get disqualified long time.
The questions are done in such a
So we
way
can calculate about
the calculator. It's simple calculations. They always give you things that are easily broken down.
As I said, I've read this.
So the formula for finding the volume of a cylinder is
Pi r square height.
pi r squared height.
So I cancel out the pi. R squared 9.
Yeah, the pi already depend on something.
72.
So it would be, they give you the radius, so it would be 3 squared times 8 times pi.
Yes, miss.
72 pi.
And
this is the last question. Measurement takes we will have to have another measurement session, of course, because we only go through 2 years of paper. I think we're 1.5 years. We started at 20. So we did this question already. What's the answer?
Yeah.
6, miss.
6. So that's it for today's class. I hope you learned something.
Yes, miss, it was fun.
Tomorrow is a workshop on vectors. It's one of the last topics on the syllabus, and as teachers at Camperdown, we know that we're not going to get to it. So what we have done is to collaborate with the ministry to have a workshop where they'll go through everything on vectors. On the exam, it's matrices and vectors. I think some teachers have started matrices already. So we'll be looking at vectors tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I don't know how that's going to work out though. But
3 o'clock, miss?
Hunter,
Yes.
you don't send me the past paper.
Send the
Oh,
link.
yeah, come.
They
Thank
are
you very much.
posted already. Alright, enjoy your evening. Bye.
Miss.
Yeah.
So,
Same to
You
you.
too, miss.
Yes, Stefan.
I miss.
did I look for your maths booklet stills?
Miss, you know, send me the paper, Miss Pass paper. You know that miss, you know the link to it.
I have soft copies of the paper. I don't know. I can look around and see if I can get another printer.
Miss, I can send you it.
Yeah.
The soft copy.
I will kind of done still, you know.
Miss, can we have study session to and them thing there?
Oh, that's nice. Your teachers,
Yeah.
all your teachers have access to all the multiple choice papers and past papers, so I will remind them that they can send you. All right.
All right.
Bye bye. Thank
Alright, miss.
Miss, my class
Alright,
tomorrow.
no, Miss Wilson, we're fully done.
Miss, you have oral class tomorrow.
I don't know. We'll just record the session. Who can make it, make it. Who can't, we provide the recording.
Alright.
Miss, how long would that session be on Wednesday?
2 hours or more.
What was that, Miss?
2 hours or more.
Hopefully more.
Okay.
Alright, later, Miss.